What is happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. Match reaction time. Norwich 0, Leeds United 0 in the first leg of the playoff semi-final. Overall, got to say, I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. I'll get into the reasons why. But I think that the game plan that we implemented worked very well. There wasn't a lot in the way of shooting, which I'll show you in a bit. But that was the right result. You know, if we could have nicked one, then of course that would be perfect. But it was important for me that we put in a performance today that showed that we can be resolute again. And we done that today. We really did that. So we improved, you know, first half was definitely us battening down the hatches. Second half, I thought we improved a lot. And we did try and hit them on the break. And I asked in the match preview, can we do what we did against Middlesbrough in the second half? As in let them have the ball and then we hit them on the counter attack. And we did that. So no complaints. And listen, you have to take it into context. Playoff football is different from regular season, just like in any sport, basketball, hockey, the playoffs are different from regular season. So very, very happy with that. And it scarily puts it in our hands come the second leg, where we're going to have to be more on the front foot, but very happy with that today. Gallo here saying, well, that was boring. You see, I understand what Gallo's saying here, and even the commentators were scrambling for things to say today, but it was a good boring. You have to take it into context of the magnitude of the game. Both teams were very nervous. Everyone was playing safe pretty much. It was a good result for us. Not so good for Norwich. I think they would have really liked to have taken a goal back to Carrow Road, but we've done our jobs today, I feel. Martin Ardo saying formation change with the wrong players in the formation. Listen, hey, he said to you, look, you want a striker debate? I'll just take them all out. How about that? It's like a parent with two kids. Oh, you both want McDonald's and Burger King? Well, I tell you what, I'm cooking at home. That's what he did today. So, you know, yeah, we didn't have a focal point up front today, but I think that was kind of the plan. I think it was kind of the plan today. Yeah, we'll speak about we'll speak about this in a bit, John. He was the only one today where, and that's where I feel Norwich will feel disappointed that they didn't get enough shots on target, because I've got to be honest, I feel if there was any shots that were going in on target today, I think they would have scored. The way that Melier was playing, you could see in his face, his communication. When I say I want a real Manning goal, I want the goalkeeper to bark back at the defenders. The defenders were barking at him, and he was like, I know, I know. And he kicked the ball out about 3 times under no pressure. Listen, he's the Achilles heel right now. One of the Achilles heels are injured. He's the Achilles heel that's active, and there's Furpo too. But listen, yeah, Aaron, ref had a yellow whistle today. Yeah, listen, I feel the ref realized that yellow card for Nanto was a bit slimy. I gotta say, yeah, he got a sarcastic clap. Do you guys realize how many times you see a sarcastic clap in football to a ref? They don't all get yellows. So he realized that, and in the second half, boy, he was yellow card happy. He couldn't wait to get that yellow card out. But yeah. Listen, we know the drill with these refs. Also, as well, that was a foul. It may not have been a penalty, but it was in the dangerous area where Nanto was fouled. Referee was looking directly at it, missed it. But what do you expect? Seriously, what do you expect? Cade is saying this is our turning point. I hope so. Because look, another thing in context of the result as well, what people have to bear in mind is that we've conceded a lot of goals since the return of football from the international break. A lot. You know, everyone is looking shaky. Our possession game has gone to bits. So it was good today to get that solid base back. Get a clean sheet to start with. Of course, if you could get a goal, brilliant. But it was important that we put to bed. There was 4 defeats in 6 as we left the league campaign. We had to get a footed back in this, you know. And whereas we looked like Southampton could drive a truck for our midfield in the last game, he put an extra midfielder in there today and he shored things up. So I'll give him credit for that. Yeah, Ali, but we weren't a threat going forward. But what I would say to that, Ali, is I expect that to be different come the second leg. And listen, people, if you guys want me to do a couple of you messaged me, am I doing a watch along today? I couldn't do one today. Thursday night, I feel I should be free. So if you want me to do a watch along, let me know and I'll do that. I think it would be pretty cool. And hopefully we got one for the playoff final too. But yeah, let me know in the comments as well. Nate saying second half Norwich were poor. I actually think we made them look poor, Nate. Sarah couldn't get on the ball. Signs couldn't do much. He was doing more defending as well than he was attacking. Sargent, I think Roden come back today, by the way. Felt Roden was nice and solid again. Anytime Sargent got near the penalty area, Roden was on him like a shadow. That was good to see from Joe. We needed that. He hasn't really been on it himself the last couple of weeks. So yeah, good today. I feel like we made them look better. And Nigel saying 4-3-3 look better. Yeah. Just before I continue, thank you to Perrot House, Liam Moore, and Mr. P for super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, guys. And also, if you haven't seen the last video with Bradley Johnson, who's obviously played for both Leeds and Norwich, go and check that one out, because he's even talking about him as a player, the pressure of playing at Ellen Road, you know, who he thinks could get picked off if we don't go up. It was a good conversation. So if you haven't checked it out, I've even left the link in the description so it's easy for you to find. Go and check that out after this video is done. Stephen, is Joseph injured or something? No appearance today. Listen, you know the drill with Mateo Joseph now. You know how it goes. William here. Oh, okay. William, I can't get your super chat up. They've moved the star thing from, let me see if I can get it. Here we are. William, thank you, William, for the super chat. Mez is a mess. He will be our downfall with shots on goal. Passing with 1 on 3. Yeah, 1 on 3 close to the box. Get rid. Yeah, I've made, you know, my feelings clear with Melier. Regardless of what league we're in, he needs to go. I mean, that as well, that decision to pass it to Gurev when he had 3 players around him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I say goalkeeper should bark back, but you can't bark back on that. You know, you can't. What can he say to that? He shouldn't have done it. But look, he didn't cause us nothing today, but that's purely because Norwich didn't get any shots on target. I think our shots on target, one was Somerville near post, and the bad thing is for me, I'll be honest, when I saw Gunn save that near post, I thought, man, if that was Norwich on Melier, that probably goes in. Let's have a look. Steffi is saying Byram and Rutt are very poor today. I actually thought Byram did well defensively today. I thought he was very solid. He made a couple of real key interceptions today, especially one where I think it was Signs that was trying to get forward, didn't quite have it under control. But I thought he marshaled him very well. I will say with Sam Byram though, and it's a really weird thing. I want to get you guys' opinion on this. I feel like he was attacking more when he was on his left side, you know, on his unfavored side. I felt like he was much more of a threat attacking wise than he is on the right, because on the right, I see Sam Byram and I see him pass it back to Roden a hell of a lot. See that move a lot. I know he was playing it safe today, but that seems to be his main option. Down the left, he was much more of a threat, and that's not his favored side. So I'm not sure what that is, whether it's instruction, whatever it is. But I thought Byram was pretty good today. You know, not an attack not a threat going forward, cool, but defensively he did his job very well. David saying Byram was good, but Ryan said Byram should be working in the club shop. Tremendous. See, we all got different opinions. Love it. But yeah, I hear what you're saying here, Kelvin. Byram drives me crazy coming back inside. Yeah, he does it a lot. He's done it a hell of a lot as well. Lee saying here, Byram played well. I thought there were plenty worse off than him today. Yeah, I mean, let me just say, apart from Melier, does anybody else think anybody else had a terrible game? Because I think I know what people are going to say in regards to Somerville not getting into the game enough, which is fair. Although I do think he got better in the second half. Jorginho again a little bit ineffective. Had a chance as well when Nanto put it across and he completely air shot, as did Byram as well in the second half. But I felt overall, I just felt it was a good, solid team performance, which is something I haven't been able to say in recent weeks. Let's have a look. Gruev is too slow. Okay. Perot. One thing I will say about Perot, who came on the sub, is that Dan James intercepted. I can't remember who he intercepted on that side, but it wasn't long after he came on. And he wanted to cross it into the box. Perot was in the box, but he didn't bust the gut getting forward into that dangerous 6-yard box. I do have to say that, because if I've been critical of Bamford for not being the same, got to do the same for Peru. There was a chat. Who knows if he would have scored or not, but Dan James was looking for somebody. Please run. No one was in the box. Let's have a look. Firpo had a better performance. Yeah, I thought Firpo was absolutely fine. But this is what I'm saying. I felt like the team performance overall for the occasion, the first leg of a playoff semi-final was fine from most people, except for Melier for me. Um, Let's have a look. Max H saying, I didn't mind the Gray Grew of Kamara trio. Yeah, there was a few times as well. Again, Archie Gray was making a couple of runs through the middle. No one was picking him out. It was safe football today. No one was going to make that ball go forward to Archie, who was running through the middle. There was at 3 occasions I counted Archie that was running through. No one wanted to pick him out. And I understand the instruction. I do. Let's have a look. Gruev and Kamara made me nervy. Okay. I thought Kamara again. Kamara was safe. I know I'm saying that word a lot today, but he was very safe every time he got the ball. He even got in advanced positions at times, Glenn. And you just know that body ain't shaping up to shoot. You know it's not happening. So you know you're looking for Kamara and you're thinking, okay, who is he going to pass to? Because he don't shoot. And I just felt like today he was calling a lot. He was doing a lot of shouting. But then when he eventually got the ball, he played a safe 5-yard pass to his side. I didn't quite get what he was getting so annoyed about. But Kelvin here saying Kamara was good on the ball. Ali Stale Biscuits, tremendous. Roden was the man heading them away first half. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Joe Roden came back to a bit of form today, which was he needed that today. You know, Joe's had a bit of a shaky couple of weeks himself. But yeah, look, I don't know what else could we have asked for today except for a goal. Cookie in the house, 0-0 clean sheet, very happy. Yeah, I am. I'm not very happy. I'm happy with it. And even though I know the game was a bit dry, you know, the commentators were reaching for things to talk about. They even started talking about golf towards the end. I gotta say, for what the stakes, for what's at stake, I'm happy with that. Let's have a look. Subs today. Let's have a look here. Yep, okay. Look at that. I mean, for everyone that remember Pierre Van Hooijdonk? Yeah, remember him? His son's playing football now. It's all mad. It's all mad. But yeah, look, I felt like the changes were necessary. Was I a bit worried when Jaden Anthony got so many? I thought, yeah, Jaden Anthony. What did people think for Jaden Anthony today? I'm interested. He's not doing much for me. I know he doesn't get a lot of minutes, so I give him that grace. I just feel I don't see anything in Jaden Anthony myself. But yeah, Dan James, even in his few minutes he was on, you can see the difference he makes at this level. So yeah, absolutely hope he gets fitted by Thursday. Maybe we can see a bit more of Dan. Andrew here saying Anthony good. Robert saying poor. Ryan, Anthony had a shot, so he was man of the match for me. Tremendous. Yeah, he's lightweight. Yeah. Anthony, okay, nothing great. That's how I feel about him, man. I know a lot of you saying at least he had a shot. I hear it, but that's how I feel about him, man. I feel like he's what does he excel at? He doesn't get past people. There was a time, and again, giving him grace, he could have crossed it a bit earlier, but literally there was no one in the box, so why bother crossing it? I just don't know what he does. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, they did switch wings. But fair enough. I don't want too much on Jane Anthony, not too much. But yeah, he did get a few more than his usual 8 minutes today. But yeah. Hoping Sargent doesn't play for Norwich on Thursday. He's a dangerous striker. He did go off today. Maybe it was precaution. But yeah, he didn't last the full 90. So we'll keep an eye on that because I know Che Adams came off against us and he's not starting today, I don't think, against West Brom. So it will be interesting to see if Josh Sargent is fit. But the onus will be on us in the second leg, people. The game will not be like it was today. Second leg, everything's on the line. Both teams will want to go out and win it in the first 90 rather than let it go to extra time. So it's going to be very interesting. And listen, as like I said to you about the conversation about Ellen Road and that pressure cooker with Bradley on the last video, it will be interesting to see who handles it and who doesn't. But my Lord, if Melier was looking as nervous as he was today, oh God, boy. Andrew here saying, what did you think of the 4-3-3? I thought it was absolutely fine. Maybe I would have changed the personnel slightly. I would have probably, again with Jorginho, I'd have probably benched him today. And that's not because I don't rate Jorginho. I just feel he struggled since the hernia operation, which is completely understandable. I would have gone with Joseph because you're not losing anything with Joseph there. He still presses. Joseph does all that ugly stuff that you ask him to do. But like Joseph, if Dan James was looking for someone to cross it into the box in those last few minutes, he's in that area. He's in that dangerous area. That's what he does. And he gives you that. He gives you the pressing. He gives you pace, gives you a different option, and he can head the ball as well. So, yeah, I would have probably done that. But yeah, other than that, I'm absolutely fine with the 4-3-3. We needed a formation change. And you know what? I've said a lot about Farker, and we said it in the preview, a lot of us, in that he doesn't change. Well, it only took us to get into the playoffs for him to change something, and he did that today. So credit to him. I got to give him credit. Um, Andrew here saying we were too passive. I could say the same for Norwich too, though, Andrew. If we're looking at the game on a whole, Norwich in the second half didn't do anything. But that's on us too. We did our job as the away team. That's where you have to give the team more credit, because we absolutely took their crowd out of it. The crowd were bouncing first 10, 15 minutes when they were a little bit on top. Then we started to get control of the ball and absolutely pacified them. We nullified their attack. Mr. P with a super chat. Thank you, Mr. P. I realized the need to not lose, but that doesn't explain the poor control from every Leeds player. We didn't lose, but expect more from Norwich City at Ellen Road. Well, listen, I can't. Yeah, thank you, Mr. P. I kind of said that though. Our possession game has gone to pot. We cannot keep the ball anymore. When we do, it's all backward stuff. It's all sideways stuff now. We're playing in front of defensive ever since the return of the international break. Since the end of that break, I should say. So that's why this was a positive for me, Mr. P, in that we didn't try anything fancy today. We didn't try and suffocate them with possession overall and try and get forward, because it hasn't worked. So that's where you have to change. And he made that adjustment today. Yeah, but Norwich will be better, but I expect us to be better too. Let's have a look. Mr. Anthrope saying he'll have a real go at Norwich when we went out to them today. They're poor under pressure, but on the break they're good. Going to be interesting how he reacts. Leeds here saying we seem to make other teams look like Brazil with slick passing. Yeah, did Norwich passing impress anybody big time today? It didn't impress me. Especially as the home team in this fixture. I expected a little bit more from them, especially knowing how nervous our goalkeeper is, and they could sense that. You could feel it, and they didn't do enough. That's just my thought anyway. Yeah, David here. Hope Roberts is fit and ready for Thursday. Byram offers little. Yeah, it will be interesting to see if Connor Roberts does come in again. We're going to speak about this at the end of the season with Connor Roberts, the signing in January. They. But yeah, the usage of the sign, I should say. But yeah, I would. Does he change it from a 4-3-3 though? Take out Byram, put in Roberts, or move Gray back to right back in the return leg? Hey, listen, we got a few days to think about this one and talk about that. So we'll speak about it then. But yeah, Connor Roberts is much more of a threat going forward than Byram. It's not even close either. Rattle saying he's happy with the result. Yeah. Maz here saying Jorginho needs to improve or there's no point in playing him. Yeah, that's where I am. And as it's like I've said before with Jorginho, before his surgery, I should say, he would be on for 70 minutes and people get annoyed with him. Oh, he's lost the ball again. But then he'd do that one moment of magic and create a goal out of nothing. We haven't seen that since the turn of since he's had the surgery. And I think it is because he isn't fully fit. I think he needs the summer to fully recover and get back to the Jorginho we saw up until that March international break, because he's been brilliant for us. Again, not taking anything away from him, but you have to go on the evidence that you've seen since we've come back from the break hasn't been good. It just hasn't been good. Even his little pirouettes and everything, they're not quite coming off anymore. There's been no samba moments in his play. No va-va-voom, sorry, as he's French. It's not happening for Georgie right now. Let's have a look. Hey, that's James here. Byram to left back, Roberts to in at right back, Firpo to the bench. Hey, James, I'm with that. I'm absolutely with that, because, like I said earlier, I think Byram is much more threatening on the left side, which is bizarre to me, because that's not his favored side. But yeah, I would absolutely be good with that. But I don't think he's going to drop Firpo at this point. I think I'm going to shudder saying this, but I think he trusts him. at left back. So I think Fopa's there. But James, I'm absolutely with you. That's not bad. Um, uh, let's have a look here. Yeah, LUFC here saying Farker will be judged on Thursday night. It's a must win. I hope it's not Southampton at Wembley. Listen, whoever it is at Wembley, hey, you take it. Let's just get through first, yeah. But absolutely, of course, he's going to be judged on the playoffs to fans anyway, and hopefully by the 49ers. But by all the sounds of it, it's not going to be a judgment. I think he will be here next season regardless. But yeah, you would hope in totality he'll be judged over what's happened in the season and through the playoffs. Yeah, Max. I mean, yeah, the offside goal was really good football, just didn't do it enough. Yeah, I mean, Georgie was. I mean, that's just Georgie, though, isn't it? He's not a striker, and to be just right behind the defender and be up that offside, it just shows you he's not that striker that runs up because he's not a striker. There's nothing in Jorginho's DNA that says I am a striker. His finishing is wayward. His movement as a striker isn't what forwards do. He's an inverted winger /10, and we should just keep him there, in my opinion. It was definitely someone said it didn't look offside. He was literally behind the Norwich defense. It was definitely offside. Let's have a look. Martin R here saying Farker again showing us nothing that he indicated he knows what he's doing. I don't know. Like I say, I'm fair, and I think that the adjustments he made today were absolutely fine. Maybe the personnel could have been different. I accept that, but for the game today, I think they were fine. But listen, if you disagree, put them in the comments below. Let's have a look. Yeah, team did a good job for me. Yeah, okay. Miss Maddie Ice Cream, or was it a pen? Which one? What a pen? Are we talking the Nonto one? The Nonto one, I think it was a free kick outside the box, but regardless of whether it's a pen or outside the box, it should have been a foul. It was a clear foul as well. It is early in the game, and I don't think the referee wanted to give it. And I mean that's most refs, isn't it? I mean, again, just before we exit, because there's not much else to talk about this game. Obviously, I will be back throughout the week, and we can speak about other things. But just showing people here that didn't see the game, because I know a few of you don't get to see the games. The stats really do tell a tale of the match in this one. There was not a lot of shots today, people. There was not a lot of shots. Norwich will be they'll be definitely disappointed with only one shot on target against Melier today. We had more possession, and that was more to do with the second half, where we then took over the game, which again Norwich will be disappointed with. So yeah, people, gotta say I'm good with that. Mike here, Mike, we just have to have a little chat, Mike. I'm fine with the tactics today. We kept a clean sheet and didn't put ourselves behind the 8 ball by being too aggressive. At Ellen Road, we should be more attacking. Yeah, listen, people, I just want to say this. There's other playoffs that have been going on. I don't know if you've been watching them, where teams are going into the second leg 3-0 down. Hey, we didn't need that today. We're in a good position now, people. I'd appreciate the result today, because I know I do. But Mike, Benjamin Sesko, he's been on fire, mate. He's been on fire. I think he's got like 8 goals in the last 9. He's cooking, bro. Sesko to Leeds. We might have to put that one on hold, Mike. That's all I'm saying. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so I think that is it, people. That is it for this one. Like I say to you, in regards to the game, happy with the result, 0-0. Take that to Ellen Road Thursday. I mean, the atmosphere should be bouncing in that one. Like I say, if you haven't seen the video of Brad Johnson, please go back and watch that one. Very good insight from a player that's played for both teams. And yeah, just a good conversation overall. If you haven't already, please like the video. And guys, I will see you in the next video, people. Peace out.